Have you noticed, teammates, that everyone has been talking, but no one is listening? Talking, shouting, demanding that their voice be heard, but denying the voices, the votes of others. I noticed. I suppose that's why I knew that the solution to the national crisis was to be found in listening. Not talking, listening. Have you noticed, America, that every one of us has been blaming, proclaiming our innocence, our victimhood, but that no one has been taking responsibility? I noticed. That's why I knew I had to take a stand. I listen, America. And that's the thing. The only thing that qualifies me to speak now. You all know me. I've been out to sea these last months, individually, apart from this. So I could ask you 4 questions. How you feeling? What's wrong with this country? Who is to blame? And what is to be done? I asked each of you my 4 questions, then I shut the hell up. And I listened to you. I listened for as long as you needed to speak. Sometimes for minutes, sometimes for hours. Sometimes we closed up the bar. Just as long as you needed to speak, till you knew that you had been heard by somebody. By anybody. I think that's what's been missing from this national debate. Honestly, I don't know if you'd been listened to like that in years or ever. Frankly, I know I never listened like that before. Patient. Sympathetically, without judgment, and to the very people that I had judged, in some cases, condemned without trial. It wasn't easy coming to you like that, because I had judged you as being types, as being kinds of people. People from different states, coasts, regions, and religions. Occupations, classes, races. I'd never seen you before or heard you tell your story with your own words. But I'd been told about you. Frankly, a lot of bullshit. I've been told that You're ignorant and greedy and sexist and racist, freeloaders and Freemasons, and everything that's wrong with this country. I'm told you to blame. Just as I'm sure you were told that me and my kind were the villains in this story. It's not that I believed them, not entirely, but I had something inside myself I had to overcome before I came to you. Misplaced anger, prejudice. I came. I went to a black nationalist, then I went to a white nationalist, and I asked each of them my 4 questions. How you feeling? What's wrong with this country? Who is to blame, and what is to be done? And I sat and I listened to each of them without judgment. And I left. And I went to the police. And I asked the policewoman the same 4 questions. How you feeling? What's wrong? Who is to blame? And what do we do? Then I went to a convict. Then I went to an antifa. Then I went to a soldier. And then I met a judge in his chambers. Then I talked to a congressperson. And I asked all of them the same 4 questions as the rest. How you feeling? What's wrong with this country? Who is to blame and what is to be done? And I went on and I asked a sexual abuse survivor the same 4 questions. Then I went to a college feminist. And then I went to a sex worker. I went to a trans man. I went to a conservative preacher. And I asked them the same 4 questions. I went to a refugee. I went to an immigrant from the South. I went to a first-generation American and a 10th-generation American off the Mayflower. I went to everyone, and I listened to everyone, and I took notes. And when they were done talking, I went back home and began my work in earnest, reading and rereading the transcripts of what you had said till I had them half memorized, trying to figure out how they could be fitted together. 40 transcripts, 40 voices, the 40 voices of 40 Americas into one whole, one voice, e pluribus unum, the voice of the American people. That is the voice in which I speak. These words, they're not my words. They're your words. It's true. The very first thing I said to you, everybody's talking and nobody's listening. They are the words and the voice of a first-generation Vietnamese-American woman as she answered the second question. What the hell's wrong with that country? I will speak my own words in my own voice, only once, and then at the very end of my speech, only briefly. That is what qualifies me to represent you to yourselves. That and only that. I listen, America. That is why I stand here alone in the center at the meeting place of left and right, north and south, as your representative. I am here. I bring to you, from yourselves to yourselves, the answer to the question, who in this room is really to blame? And what is to be done? That's right. I got it. I got the play. The play. The play that's gonna win this game for USA. You're right to doubt me. A lot of people have been saying that. I got the answer. I got the answer. No, I. So why do I have the answer? Because I asked. And you told me the solution. Each and every one of you had a piece of it. 40 pieces. I just put it together. Anyone could have done it. The play, the way to react every time you hear a story that just guts you, or hear an appointment that makes you sick. Every time you hear a statistic that makes you fear for your children's future, or the future of America. Every time you're hit with something, an argument, an experience, a trend you can't stand, a change you can't take, I'm gonna tell you how to hit back, how to block, instead of just taking the hit. Getting hard, getting thin-skinned, going to pieces, yelling at your teammates, calling them a commie or a fascist, instead of screaming, crying for somebody, anybody to come and fix this. I'm gonna tell you how to block these changes. I'm gonna tell you how to run an offensive play back the other way. The other way. What's this way? It's a lot of things. Little things. Little things you can do around your town, along your day. Things that you can do. Things that you can do. They're small, but they have a real impact on the real problems we face together as a nation. Because they hit our real enemy. And they hit them where it hurts. We're down, it's true. We're way down at the half. But we can still come back from this. Look at our history. We've come back from worse than this. We can still win this. What do you say, team? You're right. It's not that easy. It's not that simple. As knowing the play, knowing the opponent, we have got to get in formation and run the damn thing. We gotta come together as a team. We haven't been playing like a team. Here is where we form the line. And shoulder to shoulder fight the real enemy. Not over here, as you on the left would have it. Not over here, as you on the right would have it. But here, in the center, your middle ground. So, before I tell you the opponent or the play, somehow, I gotta get you here. I think I know how to do that. I'm gonna tell you what you told me. Your answers to the first question and the second. How you feeling? And what's wrong with this country? Because your answers, or I should say, your one unanimous answer to that question is what brought me off the wall, cross the center, to the middle ground. Your answers prove that you do have common ground. And on it, I think I can bring you together. Then we can get to the play that's gonna win the game for USA. But that begs the question, America, now that we're all shouted out, are we ready to listen?